Welcome to the new Cities Skylines city of Atlantis. And this is our new series here. And while you take a look at the map that we have to build this city, I just want to let you know that Art City will still be a thing. So Art City will be always be done on a live stream, while this city will be mostly done offline. So the format here will be a little bit different because with Art City, I want to have input from everyone that's online at the moment and providing ideas and driving what we're building and make sure that all your ideas and comments are gathered during the live streams. Not just that, the comments from all the edit videos from that I release from the live stream as well. I also take that in consideration and put that in practice on the next episodes that we do on the live stream. Now for Atlantis here, the idea is to be a little bit different. So instead of what we do with Art City, that we go through a lot of topics on the same episode, with the exception of the first episode here, because there's nothing much we can do. We have to start the city somehow. But I want to be very focused on some things here. So I want to, for example, build one specific suburb in a location, and that episode to be focused on that, or maybe building an industry or an area, or maybe just talk about one topic and then explore that idea and explore that topic as much as we can in just that one episode. I think that will help us have a little bit more focus and progress a little bit faster as well. So don't get me wrong, I do enjoy doing the live stream, and it just has a different pace from this one. And I think actually we can work together to create two different cities here in parallel and make sure that they are unique and that they provide something different, both in their own way. So at the moment, I'm starting the initial grid, the initial road layout here. This side will be the industry side, so going through the roundabout, turning left at the end of the main road there will be industry, and going to the right will be mostly commercial and residential, where I'm starting to build right now. I think this separation always help split the traffic and not make something crazy. And I quite like the idea of going away from the battery for a start. So it's working. I think in Art City and here in Atlantis, you'll see that it's working. So can't complain about that. But at the city, you can see that's very different from the one that we have in the live stream. We have a lot of hills, we have a lot of mountains, we have a challenging landscape, and I think this will be quite fun for us to work with and make sure that we build a nicer city. And I'm just looking forward to seeing how this is going to turn out, because I have high expectations here. I have some ideas and I want to hear your thoughts on what we could do here as well. And one of the things that I want to do, as you can see, I have a lot more space between the roads than I usually have. And I still want to do a little bit more than what we currently have. And there are two main reasons why I'm doing that. One of the reasons is because I want the city to look like it has more space, it's breathing, that we can put some trees on that space and make sure that we just have some more open areas instead of packing everything and make everything very close together. Although we still have to grow as fast as possible at the beginning so we can unlock more things, unlock high density buildings and all that sort of stuff, I don't want to make everything too packed, at least not everywhere. I think there will be a place for that, but that's not right now. But yeah, now I'm just taking a look at the roads here, making sure that everything is set up with traffic manager, having priority roads and dedicated turning lanes there. We've zoned some areas. I've also added some water, some energy, and now I'm adding some asymmetric roads coming into the main road there. So we have more options for the cars approaching the main road, and they don't get stuck behind each other's way if they're not turning right or, let's say, left. I'll keep working on some service here. But I also want to comment that the channel has just made 1 year. So yeah, that's hard to count, 1 year. But my promise or my goal actually was to do a video every single day during this whole year, and I've done more than that. So in total I have 425 videos including live streams, so much more than a year's worth of videos there, and I've released a video every day as well. So that goal is done for me, and I think this is working well. But I'm thinking about having 1 or 2 days that I won't release any video. And the reason behind that is that I want to do some testing on, for example, if I give you more time to watch the videos I've already released, will that be better? Will you watch more videos, or you still prefer like one every day? So again, leave me a comment, send me feedback, and let's just take a look at police cleaning all the crime in that area. But yeah, let me know what you think, what you prefer, and I'll take a look at the results as well, see how that goes. I still don't know while recording this video which days that'll be, probably weekends, but I'll take a look at when you, and by you I mean the audience, watch these videos, and when I have less views. So if that's on a Monday, for example, then I won't release on a Monday, and let's see how that goes. I think we have to try a few things to make sure that we find the best for all of us. That'll give me more time as well to record like these videos, because especially Cities Skylines take a long way to not just record, but especially to edit. That is a lot of cutscenes, a lot of like showing just what's happening, and so you can see how busy the area is right now, and it takes time. So it will help me keep on top of this, and also probably doing a better job at editing, hopefully. I certainly have a lot to learn about editing, but I think we will get there. It's just a matter of understanding more and more what works and what doesn't work, so we do something that looks good. But this area here that we're building now, it's quite nice. We have this cliff next to the river there, and I'm building this little tunnel in here because I want this avenue to continue to the other side there underneath the highway. And I also want a bridge just over here. And because the island here on the right side, this will be the focus for our next episode, I believe. We'll build that island and we'll see how that goes. So this is me trying to, as I mentioned earlier, trying to get some focus on what we're doing on every episode and see how well we can do that. But yeah, I will connect this in here and I'll connect the other end to that roundabout over there. And I think this will be very helpful for us. There will be another connection just next to the cemetery on the center of your screen right now. But before we do that, let's remove these trees from the middle of the road here. And yeah, almost forgot. I will start doing some detailing. I'll just try these trees over here and I'll do some landscaping to see, just to smooth things out and to see if I like those trees over there. And spoiler alert, I do like them, and I'll put them down in other places as well. Landscape wise, I don't plan in doing huge changes. I think I want to work with what we have and make the best of it. But in areas like that, I will smooth things out, and depending on what we are building, I will create some flat areas so we have a better area that we can work with. But I don't intend to overdo it. So I'll add some trees here, as you can see, and I'll have a quick look from the river and another look from the top of the city here, and you can see that it looks much greener in that area that we have the house. And our next step here is actually taking a look at the highways, because one of the things here is that the highway connections, they don't have any lane mathematics, and this is what I'm trying to fix. I'll start here with the only connection that we have at the moment, and then we'll start working on that and making sure that we fix that on every single connection. So there you go, lane mathematics done there. And so we have 3 lanes, one goes out, goes to 2, and then one comes in and goes back to 3. And on the places where the cars are getting into the highway, I'm using the traffic manager to make sure that they have their dedicated lanes so they don't get in each other's way. And this is our current state now. This is how it's looking. I think the city is growing quite nicely. We have 2,800 people in the city at the moment, and I'll start working with Quays. So what I'm going to do throughout the whole series is, as you can see, we have these different levels in the city, especially when we have hills or next to the mountains. And I want to make sure that when we have that difference, I use some keys to finish that up. Although I use this stone key in here, I probably replace that with the vanilla one because I think it looks better in this area than this one, especially because this has that water mark on a specific level there, and it doesn't make sense in this area. But then on the river, I use these, I think they're called river keys, and I just love them. You will probably saw these in almost every city that I've built because I just like them. Like they are the transition between the ground level and the river are very nice, uh, I just think it looks good. So as you can see, it looks much better in this area and gives it a sense of finished state. So I'll now work through all the levels in here, making sure that the key is on the same level as the buildings, so the terrain is not so weird, and I'll make sure all this area is level and following the same as the buildings and the road over there, so it looks good. I'll start speeding things up now, so we don't need to look at these like very slowly. We can jump a few things if I may, but it's looking good. Now talk a little bit about Atlantis. So the idea for the name is actually very simple. Like you may know the Atlantis, the aquatic city or subaquatic city, and the reason why I chose this name is because this map, it actually looks like all this area, all this region was under the water at some point in time, and now we have these nice rivers flowing through the city, but the terrain still looks a little bit like we had water in here. So I just thought, you know what, this might be a fitting name for this area, as this might be, we might even had like an old city in past times here. So that's the idea behind the name, and hopefully you can see what I'm talking here and can agree with what I'm saying. But yeah, now that I've added these pathways in here, I just love this area even more. I think the keys and the pathways there, they work really, really nice together, and it was a really nice addition to the whole area here. And as you can see, I've made some connections so they can get to the road easily, and that is quite a lot of people using this area already, as you can see there. And yeah, I was surprised that they didn't choose only the sidewalks, and yeah, this is looking pretty good. I really like that. But yeah, looking again close to this pathway, as you can see, a lot of people using this area, and I'm quite happy about that. So next up, we need to provide some more service here on this area of the city. We don't have a forestation, and I think we'll need that. Now talking about forestation, it reminds me of like the trees that we just put and the fairy and all that stuff. So one of my ideas here while we do the suburbs is that I want to make the whole city to have the green buildings policy. Yeah, and I want to see how that goes. I haven't unlocked that yet. I just need one more achievement to unlock that, and then I'll be able to enable that. And I want to see how these affect the city. So let's say if I change the whole city now, we have 2,700 more or less people in the city. Will that change the amount of people we have? What's the actual impact? And I want to see how everything will look, lower density and high density will look with this policy on. I'm just curious, and I think we can explore a little bit here and do something different. So that's an idea. And something else that I'm doing is adding the old policy, old town policy actually, when we also unlock that, which is in the next achievement. So trucks, especially trucks, won't use these smaller roads to go across the city. So they only use these suburbs if they actually need to deliver something into the suburb. Otherwise, they'll actually have to use the highway or the main roads. And that's the reason why I've removed the main roads there from the suburb, so we can apply that policy and they won't use that. Now, moving into this area again, we are doing a park here in this area. I think this is a very fit area for a park, and we have this area that's quite low compared to the road that's going at the top of the screen there. And I also want to provide some more ways for pedestrians to go from this lower side to the upper side. And I believe using a park, using this area, doing some pathways inside here will be a really nice way for them to go to the other side. You'll see in a minute how they will get there and how build the pathway. We just need to increase the area for the park here. So this will be the whole area for the park, as you can see. And this will be the final size as well. So all these roads will have a connection to the park, as you can see now. And let's work on the pathways so you can understand what I'm talking about, then being able to get from here, from the bottom side to the upper side there. So what I'll do, that is this kind of slope here, and I'll use that to have a very nice transition from one level to the other. And this works really well, I believe. As we grow in this area and we add more things, then we will have a lot more people using that role region. But yeah, that's what I have for today, and I do hope you enjoy this new series and this new city. And please give me your suggestions, comments, thoughts about this new format, this new city, this new map, and all my plans for this. Also, don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe so you can see what's happening next in Atlantis city. And again, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. This is very helpful, and you know that I usually take a lot of your comments into consideration, and I really like to discuss possibilities in the cities that we have with everyone. So I do hope I'll see you in the next one, and have a great day, and bye bye.